To kick things off, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Tony Thomas, Joy's brother and a JTF board member. You'll then see a short video about Joy's amazing life journey and meet his son, Joshua. All right, Tony, let's get it going.
Thank you, Maya. On behalf of Joy's family, I'd like to welcome you all to the event today. In the little over 2 years since we lost Joy, all of us in the family have been keeping busy, so we're constantly reminded of what we're missing. Youngsters in the family are missing the guidance that Joy would provide. Joy would have deep conversations with them on any topic that interested them, listening and helping them think clearly with remarkable patience. I guess he reserved all his impatience for me and the arguments we've had since childhood. We in the family see it as a blessing that Joy's spirit of helping people is kept alive in the JTF community. I've been visiting companies and teams in India and the US and constantly told of the shortage of tech talent. Meanwhile, there's so many communities around the world with limited opportunity. A good path to bringing prosperity to these communities is education and enabling, well-paying STEM careers. That opens up pathways for others in the community. So mentoring young people greatly helps this all-important transformation. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the amazing team at JTF and all the volunteers for your valuable efforts and keeping the spirit that Joy embodied. We'll now have a short video about Joy and then a message from his son, Joshua.
As his classmates at IIT Madras, we first met Joy as the 16-year-old who had come in first in the entrance exam to the IITs. That was a very big deal. But Joy had this amazing ability to make you feel like it's not him, but you were the most important person in the room. Joy was then, and remains to this day, the moral core and center of our batch.
I came to Stanford and took the course on information theory with him. At the end of that quarter, Tom, out of the blue, suggested that we work on a book together. It was clearly the opportunity of a lifetime, and I jumped at the chance. Those 3 years were the most fun, the most wonderful, the most dedicated years of my life.
Joy did groundbreaking work while he was at IBM in the data compression area. His pioneering work in memory compression, specifically the shared dictionary Ziv-Limple algorithm, made its way into the memory extension technology chips out of IBM. Today, memory compression is mainstream and is available in every operating system: Linux, Windows, AIX, iOS, etc.
Many engineers joined Stratify simply for the opportunity to work with him, and Joy took so many of them under his wing. When you think of a gentleman, you think of Joy. He was so gracious in all his interactions. He treated everyone with tremendous respect, and he made time for everyone, whether it was a child of an employee or the janitors who worked late hours. Joy was a gem. He was humble, and he brought such warmth, compassion, and wisdom to our team. And I'm forever grateful for the privilege of working with him.
He was incredibly generous with his time. I wasn't able to find an apartment when I first moved to California from the East Coast, and Joy and Priya invited me to stay with them. And that's a very fond memory for me and a special time in my life. And I feel lucky that I got to know him and work with him so closely and to really have him as a mentor.
Yes, it's important to do academics, but it's also important to do other things. This is the time when you have a chance to explore the world, and you should try and make the best of that opportunity. We should be trying to support all these efforts to make sure that we do not lose the Ramanujans, or somebody who could be the next Steve Jobs or the next Einstein.
My name is Joshua Thomas. One of my favorite memories of my dad is how he would always mentor the younger generations, whether it was young colleagues on his research teams, kids of close friends, or college students. Every one of them had a host of questions for him, whether it be on topics from information theory to data science, or even their general interests. What I miss the most now that he's gone is not being able to ask him questions as a high schooler trying to map out my future. I feel really fortunate that even with his loss, JTF mentors, many of them my dad's classmates and friends, have all stepped up and have been helping me think through everything. Nothing would make my dad happier than to see lots of students, whether they are in high school or in college, benefit from the vast knowledge and experience of the Friends of Joy Mentor Network. I would like to invite each and every one of you who have been so successful in your own tech careers to consider giving back even a few hours a month to the next generation. Please sign up as a JTF mentor. I'm sure you will inspire the next generations of students pursuing a STEM education.
Thank you, Josh. Your dad was truly one of a kind. And that video captured his humility, openness, and passion. And you can see why his friends have so much affection and admiration for him.